undisputed Ultimate Fighting Champion, Royce Gracie.
At the outset of Royce's debut, he was a diminutive and relatively anonymous Brazilian fighter who didn't attract much attention. However, after winning 3 straight matches via submission, he instantly garnered the notice of spectators and competitors alike. Royce's performance in UFC 1 was nothing short of dominant, and he expertly submitted all 3 of his opponents on his way to claiming the tournament championship. His style was both unassuming and lethal, which captivated both fans and fighters who had never witnessed such a fluid and effective approach. Suddenly, the ability to hit harder or possess better wrestling or striking skills became irrelevant, as Royce emerged victorious against all such tactics. In this video, we will show you the best of Gracie, which influenced MMA for years to come. First ever UFC champion. In 1993, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC, was established by a partnership between Royce Gracie, Art Davie, and Semaphore Entertainment Group, or SEG. The event was designed to feature an 8-man open-weight single-elimination tournament with minimal rules. Fighters from various martial arts disciplines were invited to participate, with the goal of determining the most effective and strongest fighting style. Royce Gracie specifically picked Royce to represent their family's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu discipline in the tournament due to his smaller and leaner physique. The idea was to demonstrate how a smaller individual could triumph over a larger opponent by utilizing Jiu-Jitsu techniques. Royce competed in the tournament wearing his now famous Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gi. Royce Gracie won UFC 1 by submitting all 3 of his opponents in the tournament. He used his signature style of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to take the fights to the ground, where he was able to control his opponents and eventually force them to submit, submitting Ken Shamrock. In the semifinals of UFC 1, Royce Gracie faced off against Ken Shamrock, a shoot fighter and king of Pancrase, who had previously demonstrated his grappling abilities by defeating Patrick Smith with a heel hook. This proved to be Royce's toughest match of the tournament. Gracie then pulled Shamrock into his guard and delivered small kicks to his kidneys. Shamrock managed to escape Gracie's guard and attempted to heel hook, just as he had done with Patrick Smith. Gracie countered by wrapping his gi around Shamrock's arm, and when Shamrock set back, it pulled Gracie on top of him. Gracie then took Shamrock's back and used his gi to secure a rear naked chokehold. After a series of exchange blows, Shamrock tapped out to Gracie's choke, but the referee did not see it and ordered the match to continue. Shamrock ultimately conceded defeat to the referee, recognizing that it would not be fair to continue, and Gracie was declared the winner of the bout. UFC 2, Gracie vs. Remco, No Way Out. While some fighters compete only once or twice annually, Gracie fought 4 opponents in a single night, all of whom were champions in their own styles. In fact, the rival parties had specifically selected Pardol to beat Gracie because of his large size, grappling skills, and background in judo. Pardol attempted to take Gracie down several times, but Gracie was able to defend the takedowns and eventually secured a position in Pardol's guard. From there, Gracie applied a series of strikes to Pardol's midsection and then passed his guard, moving into a mount position. Gracie continued to deliver strikes to Pardol's face until Pardol's corner threw in the towel, indicating that he was unable to continue. UFC 3, The American Dream, Gracie vs. Leopoldo. Royce Gracie fought Kimo Leopoldo at UFC 3 in 1994. Kimo was a large and muscular fighter, and the match was highly anticipated. The fight started with Kimo charging at Gracie and throwing a punch, but Gracie was able to evade and shoot in for a takedown. Gracie then moved to the mount position and started striking Kimo's face. However, Kimo was unable to withstand the strikes and even attempted to roll Gracie over. Gracie was able to maintain his position and eventually transitioned to an armbar submission, causing Kimo to tap out. After the match, it was revealed that Kimo had used a banned substance before the fight, which caused controversy. Nonetheless, Gracie's victory over Kimo was another impressive win in his career and cemented his legacy as one of the greatest fighters in mixed martial arts history. UFC 4, Revenge of the Warriors, Gracie vs. Severn. Royce Gracie fought Dan Severn in the finals of UFC 4 in 1994. Severn was a larger and stronger opponent, and the match was highly anticipated as it pitted the reigning UFC champion Severn against the two-time previous champion Gracie. The match started with Severn taking Gracie down and maintaining top position, attempting to ground and pound his way to victory. Gracie, however, was able to defend himself from the strikes and began working for submissions from his back. After several minutes, Gracie was able to secure a triangle choke on Severn, causing Severn to tap out and give Gracie the victory. Bouts with Hidehiko Yoshida. Royce Gracie fought Hidehiko Yoshida twice in their careers, first in 2003 at Pride Shockwave, and again in 2004 at Pride GP 2004. Both fights were considered highly competitive and showcased the skills of both men, with Yoshida's striking and wrestling abilities matched against Gracie's renowned grappling and submission skills. The referee controversy. In the first match, following a moment of stillness, the referee halted the match, assuming Royce was unconscious, and granted victory to Yoshida. Gracie objected right away, and upon reviewing the footage of the fight, it was evident that Gracie's arm was inactive and motionless during the execution of the chokehold. Gracie engaged in a heated discussion with the referee, and things quickly spiraled out of control, resulting in Gracie assaulting the referee and escalating into a full-fledged fight between the two fighters' corners. Later backstage, the Gracie family demanded the fight be declared a no contest, and an immediate rematch be rescheduled under new rules. Otherwise, they would never participate in Pride FC fights again. Pride, not wanting to lose the Gracie family, agreed to their request. The rematch. In the rematch, both fighters were more cautious, and the fight went the distance of 3 rounds. Gracie was mostly on the defensive, as Yoshida tried to take him down and control him on the ground. Gracie defended well, using his grappling skills to prevent Yoshida from mounting any significant offense. The fight ended in a draw, with neither fighter being able to secure a clear advantage over the other. While some fans and analysts saw the result as a disappointment, others praised both fighters for their technical skills and defensive abilities. The rematch between Gracie and Yoshida was seen as a respectful and competitive display of martial arts, and it helped solidify their places as legends in their respective sports. Despite the technical draw, most pundits acknowledged Gracie's dominant performance this time, albeit without missing the irony that it had been precisely due to the rules demanded by the Gracie team that Royce had not won a unanimous decision. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you liked it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with another amazing video soon. Until next time.